Hello, everybody. Nacho Miracle here, or Dyson, or whatever you want to call me, or my new alter ego, Tommy Salami. Anyways, I am going to be voting on the nominees for the Game Awards. Yippee! Cool! Yay! I don't know why I did such a weird, awkward intro. I think I'm just really tired and didn't drink enough water today. I'm very thirsty, so I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Did not drink enough. I had to make a new account. I could not sign in with my other account, my old account. So I had to sign in with my new account. So it's got a different profile picture than probably the last time I did this. Oh well. 2023 Game Awards. Let's go. I'm going to start voting. I have already kind of looked at this list, talking about it with buddies and stuff like that. So we're going to start our voting. And we're going to start with Game of the Year. Because why not? So nominees are Alan Wake 2. I will preface this by saying there are some of these games I have not played. So, excuse me. So if I don't vote for your favorite game or whatever, I'm sorry. These are what I think deserve it. You know, what I think are the games that are best in these areas and regards and all that fun stuff. I did not play other games, so maybe I would have thought differently if I played those games, but I didn't, so oh well. Like, for instance, Alan Wake 2. It's nominated, heard great things. Never played it. Never played the first one. However, Baldur's Gate 3, I did play. Loved it. It's very good. It's up for a lot of awards. I think it's the most nominated game out of the whole bunch. Spider-Man 2, great. Still in the process of getting the Platinum Trophy on it, because that's what I'm going to do. It'll be my 50th Platinum Trophy, yay. We have Resident Evil 4. I did not play it. We got Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I will eventually play it. I have not played it. And then we have The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So I've got 2 Nintendo games in here. That's dope. And then we have, a Capcom. And then, of course, we have an Insomniac, which is my favorite developer. And Larian Studios. Baldur's Gate 3 was so good. My friend and I, we haven't finished it yet. We've been playing a playthrough together. And we've also got our own solo playthroughs. But we bought Divinity Original Sin 2, one of the games that Larian Studios made years ago. And it's also very fun. And then Remedy Entertainment / Epic Games Publishing. So even though Insomniac Games is my favorite developer, I'm going to have to give Game of the Year to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, because it's such an amazing game. Yes, I'm going to go to the next category. Thank you. Best Game Direction. Okay, so again, did not play all these. So best game direction, what is this one? Award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I'm gonna have to go Zelda again because it's just so good. The reason I'm voting Zelda in these areas, I'll defend it a little bit, because even though it's on old hardware that makes that where a lot of games don't run very good, this game, for the most part, 95% of the time I played it, was a steady 30 frames per second, which I know not amazing, but at least it was steady for most of the game. The depths were awesome, the building things, the new abilities, just so much about that game it's so good. And then, of course, the story is pretty good. A lot of timeline arguments and stuff like that, but there's just... The world is so good, and I was worried about Breath of the Wild having the same world, and then Tears of the Kingdom being the same world. I'm like, I'm not sure how excited I can be about the exact same world. And then the world was so different that it just felt like a completely different game, and it's amazing, and I love it. So next category. But yeah, even though it was on old hardware, it still ran great. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Okay, we have some different games this time in this one. So Zelda's not even in for best narrative, which I would agree with. The story's good, but it's not a blow your mind kind of story, which I guess not all Zelda stories are. And I mean, most of them probably aren't. They're good stories, but they're not mind blowing. But yeah, we got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3. I've never played Cyberpunk 2077, so I can't say for sure. Final Fantasy 16, and we got Spider-Man 2. Okay, so, story of these games. I know all of these stories are great. I really love Final Fantasy 16. I played the hell out of this game. I platinumed it, and I still play it every once in a while, because even though it's not like the older Final Fantasies where it's more turn-based and stuff like that. This is more of an action-y um, game with like its combat and stuff. It's almost more Devil May Cry in a way, and I really liked it. I really liked the combat, and I really liked the story. I thought the story was very good. Um, also think the story in Spider-Man 2 is really good. Also think Baldur's Gate 3 story is pretty good. I would not say it's as good as the two other games I played on this list because I can't say anything for Cyberpunk or Alan Wake 2. I'm sure their stories are great, amazing, just like the rest on this list. But for me, it's between Final Fantasy 16 and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. Insomniac Games, my favorite developer. But I'm going to have to go Final Fantasy 16 because I really love that story. I just love that game. If it was up for Game of the Year, it would have been a little bit more difficult. It was already difficult for me not to click Spider-Man 2. It's super hard. But if Final Fantasy 16 was also up for Game of the Year, it would have been even harder for me to decide. Because between those three games, between Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, and Final Fantasy 16, those three, they're like my top three. I'd say Spider-Man and Final Fantasy 16 are interchangeable for a very close number two, depending on my mood that day, you know? Like, it's crazy. Best art direction for outstanding creative and / or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Okay, this one, all of these have good design and stuff like that. Like, any gameplay I've seen of Lies of P or Hi-Fi Rush, like Hi-Fi Rush especially. On Wake 2, I've seen some gameplay on. Looks great. I'm going to have to vote Zelda, though, because it's Zelda. Because I just love everything about that game. Best score and music. Okay, this one, I already kind of know where I'm going with it. And we're also voting for the composer, so that's cool. So Baldur's Gate 3 has great music. I love Raphael's, Disney villain theme song. Amazing. Title screen music. There's a lot of good music in Baldur's Gate 3. There's a lot of good music in Hi-Fi Rush. I've definitely heard a lot of Hi-Fi Rush music. I don't think I've heard a lot of Alan Wake 2 music. A lot of Legend of Zelda music was really good, especially when the gloom hands start to come at you. And when you're walking down in the intro to the game to where Ganondorf is, it's just so creepy and insane. I wish I could just relive that intro for the first time multiple times because what an amazing intro to a game. It's creepy and it really got you oh my god. If you're a Zelda fan, you understand. If you're not, then whatever. But gonna go Final Fantasy 16, and here's why: because the music is all of its bangers, and all the music is fantastic. Soken did an awesome job. I love the music in this game. I listen to it a lot, even when I'm not playing the game. So good, love it. Best audio design. Okay, here we go. Here's some different ones. Well, the only one I've played is Spider-Man 2, so easy. And the audio design is very good. You can almost feel it with the sound of punching someone's jaw clean off. Best performance. Ooh, voice acting. Okay. So Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16. I mean, he's Clive. He's Clive Rosfield. We got Cameron. I don't know how to say his last name. Monaghan? I'm not sure. He does really great as Cal, as always. Idris Elba, he's in Cyberpunk. Oh, that's cool. Melanie Laberd? I'm not sure how to say that. I don't know who she plays in Alan Wake 2. Sure, she does an amazing job. She has the best headshot out of everybody here. I don't know, Yuri's is pretty good too. Neil's is funny. Neil Newborn in Baldur's Gate 3, he does a great job also. And then Yuri, he's awesome. He's Sasuke in Naruto. But he's also Peter Parker in Spider-Man. That's freaking awesome. I love Yuri. He does an awesome job voice acting. There's someone I'm surprised is not on here. He voice acted in Diablo 4 and Final Fantasy 16 this year. He was Sid in Final Fantasy 16. Cannot think of the actor's name. Does an amazing job voice acting, but he's not in the full game, so that's probably why he's not on this list. The guy who plays Clive does a really good job. For me, but Neil does a good job in Baldur's Gate 3. So it's between those three for me. All three white guys. Sorry. I'm sure if I played Alan Wake 2 or Cyberpunk, then because Idris Elba does an awesome job. I mean, he's Knuckles the Echidna. All right. Man, this is tough. I don't know who to go with. I will say I'll just go with the one I've played the most. I'll go with that. I've heard Clive Rosfield way more than anyone else on that list. with how much I played that game. Innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and hardware that's pushing the medium, adding features, technology content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Oh, okay. We got Forza Motorsport. I love Forza games. Diablo 4, Hi-Fi Rush, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1. Well, out of all the games I played 2 of them. I want to play Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6. I've not played the new Forza. Really want to. Not played Hi-Fi Rush either. It looks good. Going Spider-Man. And I'm not like a Sony shield, or I'm not a shield. Not a Sony shield. Not a Nintendo. I'm not a, or whatever else you want to call them. I'm not an Xbot. I love all of them. I think I do prefer PlayStation's exclusives, but Xbox has good exclusives too. And then, of course, Nintendo has great exclusives too. Nintendo needs better hardware. And I need more friends to play Xbox for me to play Xbox more. But instead, I just play PlayStation. Because I grew up with PlayStation and Nintendo. Xbox I didn't get until I was older, but I do love it. So, Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Okay. So, I've heard of all these games. I have not played any of them. But I will go off of what friends of mine have said. And I will go with Chia to Chia. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Probably botching it. But from what friends of mine have said, that's the one I've heard the most about. I'm going to go with that one. Best ongoing. Awarded game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. I'm going to go Fortnite because I do enjoy me some Fortnite. And I mean, I play Apex and I play Genshin, but I play Fortnite a lot more than any of those. Best community support. Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking for. No Man's Sky. Freaking No Man's Sky is so good. Baldur's Gate 3. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm still going No Man's Sky. They deserve it. No Man's Sky is an incredible game. If you don't think it's an incredible game, you probably played it when it first came out, and you probably haven't tried it again. You should try it again, because it's freaking incredible. That's why. For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Best independent game. Okay. Ooh, I have heard of Dave the Diver. Sea of Stars 2, though, and Dredge. And Viewfinder. Oh, okay, I played Viewfinder. It's incredible. I love Viewfinder. Incredible game. Best debut indie game. Well, Viewfinder, because it's incredible. Easy, baby. Best mobile game. Oh, well, the one I've actually played and is, well, it's Ever Crisis. It's good. It's fun. Fun mobile game. Best VR/AR. Not a big VR or AR guy. However, out of all of these, oh man, they're actually all pretty decent. My friends have all played these. Buddies of mine. I've not played any of them. Ooh, I know the Resident Evil 1's really good. I know people like the Gran Turismo 1. I've heard probably the least about Synapse, but I'm sure it's incredible. Humanity, I've probably heard the least about Humanity. I'm going to go with Horizon, because that's the one I've heard the most about from buddies. I'll go with Horizon. And, PlayStation games or whatever. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. Armored Core 6. Oh, hey, Armored Core has something in here. Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. Interesting. Out of all of these, the only one that I've played, and only a little bit, is Dead Island 2. So I'll give it Dead Island 2. Good for you at Dead Island 2. Best action/adventure. Oh, okay. Well, just for the adventure alone, Zelda. Up next would be Spider-Man, for me. Alright, best RPG. Done with rich player character customization, progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay, interesting that Final Fantasy XVI is in here. Starfield is in here. I've heard great things about Starfield. I have not got a chance to play it. I have not played Liza P. I've heard great things about Sea of Stars. I've not played it. So it's between Baldur's Gate 3 and Final Fantasy XVI. Now, and with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay. So I understand why there's a level cap in Baldur's Gate 3, but the whole third act, my friend and I have been level 12, the level max, since we got to Act 3, like very early on. Massively multiplayer experiences, neither Baldur's Gate 3 or Final Fantasy 16 have that. Character customization, RPG, considering that like there's RPG elements in Final Fantasy 16. This is a tough one because I love both of these games so much. I'm trying to think like for the genre which one makes most sense. I'm gonna guess Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna win it anyways. So I could vote Final Fantasy 16 and it wouldn't mean anything. Oh man, this is tough because I love both games. Oh my god, which one do I do? Huh. I have had a lot of fun with Baldur's Gate 3. It's very fun. But I've had a lot of fun with Final Fantasy 16. Game designed with rich player character customization and progression. I feel like the progression is better in Final Fantasy 16, especially because New Game Plus, you get to level 100. There's just a lot of leveling up and stuff. But there's better character customization in Baldur's Gate 3. Wow, this is a toughie. This is a true tough one. And one of them does have online over the other one. I'm gonna have to vote Baldur's Gate because it has online. There's no online in Final Fantasy 16. I don't know why there would be anyways, but it's just the one that makes the most sense for RPG, you know. Okay, best fighting game. I played none of them, but Mortal Kombat 1, it's got Omni-Man. Game's got Omni-Man, alright. Best family game. If I played any of these, I do like Sonic Superstars. Pretty good game. Vote that one. I haven't played Mario yet, or I'd probably give it to Mario. Oh, best sim/strategy? Fire Emblem Engage. Love Fire Emblem Engage. If it was also up for Game of the Year, I just realized this, that would make it tougher, because I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan. Love Fire Emblem. But it gets best sim, for sure. For me. Best sport/racing. Not the biggest racing guy. So I'll give it to Forza, because Forza is just like my favorite like racing game. So, well, I guess Burnout probably is, but I haven't had a Burnout in a while. Okay, so best multiplayer. Oh, okay. Well, this is just kind of like the Algo 4 is kind of just like MMO-ish. You find people. I didn't really play it multiplayer, so I can't say for sure how good it is. Party Animals, never played it. Street Fighter 6, haven't played it. I haven't played Super Mario Wonder, so it's gonna go to Baldur's Gate 3. It's the only one I played. Well, I played Diablo 4, but I didn't do multiplayer. None of my other friends had it. Best adaptation. Recognize outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Okay. So, for me, this is between The Last of Us and Super Mario Bros. Movie. Last of Us did an amazing job. Super Mario Bros. Movie, while not everything was accurate, it's an incredible movie. So it's like, do I vote for Jack Black? Or old Pedro here, Mandalorian, you know, like, it's tough. It's very tough. PlayStation Productions and HBO, or Illumination, Nintendo, Universal. I just feel like, because, oh man, like the adaptation is so accurate for Last of Us. That's the thing that's making me want to pick it. But the Mario Bros. Movie is so good. I mean, Last of Us show's really good too. Faithfully and authentically. A lot of stuff was faithful. It really was. I grew up a Nintendo guy. I'm a PlayStation guy now. But you know what? You know what ruins it for me? The Last of Us 2. There we go. Last of Us 2 as a game, and it winning all those awards at the former Game Awards. I just can't do it. I don't think I can vote for anything Last of Us ever again. Core memory unlocked. Fuck that game and all the awards it got. So yeah, Mario. Good game. Good story and stuff, but the amount of awards it got was fucking stupid. Ghost of Tsushima came out that year. If anything should have swept, should have been Ghost of Tsushima. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Most anticipated game. Okay, well for me, I know all these. Ooh, I do like Tekken. But I'm gonna go Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because, yeah. Oh, Content Creator of the Year. Alright, I've heard of 3 of these, Iron Mouse, Quackity, and Cypher PK. I'm a big Legion fan, and watch Legion a lot, And he plays with Cypher, so Cypher gets my vote. I follow Cypher, but yeah, good job, Cypher, for playing with my boy. Stay friendings with him. Oh, best esports game. I think I've honestly seen. I've been seeing a lot of Counter-Strike 2 stuff though too. No, I've seen more Valorant. Yeah, I've seen more Valorant stuff. I'll give it to Valorant. That's what I see more of. I've never played Valorant, but I see a lot of Valorant, so I'll give it to Valorant. Best esports athlete. Lee Faker. Zywoo, Demon 1, Hydra, Ruler, and Imperial. Imperial Howl? Is that what that is? Call of Duty, League of Legends, Apex Legends, Valorant, CSGO, League of Legends. Okay. So, I won't lie here. I've only heard of 2 of these. I've heard of Hydra and Ruler. And because of all the games on this list, I've played Apex and Call of Duty. I'll give it to Hydra because I don't know who else to vote what else to vote for there. So there's a vote. Right there. There's a vote. And I'm doing all the votes. Okay, best esports team. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, it's because I've seen a lot of Valorant. It's between these two because I've heard a lot about both. I'm trying to decide whose outfits I like more. And what team looks like a more fun group of dudes to hang out with. I like the name Evil Geniuses. I like the name. I think the name did it for me more than anything. I wasn't even looking nothing. Best esports coach. Oh, so a lady. I can't say I've heard of any of these people, in all honesty. Oh, I have heard of one. I mean, I just voted for Evil Geniuses. I'll give it to Evil Geniuses again. I don't know. Best esports event. Oh, okay. This I could probably vote for. I mean, I heard more about Valorant than anything else. Okay. There's all my votes. Thanks everyone for watching. Actually, before that, I will say that when I was talking to my friends about this, there were a lot of people in my friend group, some friends groups, not all friends groups, there's some friends groups who are like not big Harry Potter / Hogwarts Legacy fans, and then there's other friend groups where they are. And I thought it was an incredible game. I know nothing about Harry Potter, like barely anything. Still a super fun game. Because I've never really watched Harry Potter and stuff like that, I can separate crazy writer lady who started the whole universe from the game that she didn't involve anything with. Sure, she gets money from it. It's the universe she created. It makes sense, even though kind of wacko. She pisses people off, but whatever. I'm just saying, game was really good. It should have been nominated for some stuff. Probably music. Music was good. Music was very charming, and probably game design because the world was so cool. And just the design of that game as a whole was overall pretty well done. And that's all I'll say about that. I would not have voted for it for any of those categories that I just did a bunch of voting, or anything that I said it was. So game direction, maybe up for game of the year if there wasn't a bunch of stuff behind it, and music, it would have got no votes in those 3 categories for me that I just mentioned. Just saying, it probably should have got some nominations. It probably will from other awards and stuff like that. I just know the Game Awards is the biggest. And that's probably why they didn't, because they want to cause us any fucking trouble for themselves. And I totally get that. But I'm mainly saying this for my friends who are upset that it didn't get any nominations. Which, yeah, I agree. It should have got some nominations. But I also understand where the Game Awards is coming from by not giving it any nominations. Anyways, thanks everyone again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and tell me how you agree or disagree with any of my votes. And I will probably say, let's agree to disagree if we disagree, and if we agree, I'll be like, hey, yeah, I agree. And if you want me to, argue or discuss in the comments, I will do that. I don't know about argue. Not a big arguer. Well, I mean, I can argue, I just don't enjoy to do it. past trauma from growing up as a kid, watching people argue, and getting heated. And I'm not just talking about. I mean, I'm talking about a lot of different people, not even just family. Seen friends argue and I get heated. Not a fan of it. I just don't do it. I'm like, I'm just gonna chill and be happy. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Toodaloo.